I think that, in fact, the emergency decree does great damage and reduces already dwindling legitimacy of the Prime Minister's roadmap of national reconciliation, which is the flagship policy right after the crackdown in May. It's extremely hard to bring national harmony to a country where you still brand certain people terrorists and are quite honestly, I believe they're going after people of the red shirts much more aggressively than they have gone after other groups. The Prime Minister himself and a number of key cabinet ministers have been receiving death threats, and that wherever he or his family or the cabinet ministers' families travel, not to go to certain places. So they do fear for their life as well, and they do. I mean, with that going on, they do feel that they don't have the grips of the whole country, and they want to justify the use of force whenever any civil unrest occur. People in Bangkok who are just going on with their lives feel like everything is back to normal in the sense that they can go to work, go to school, go shopping, and so on and so forth. I have certain friends who are business owners who were badly affected by the protests, and they are clearly having a hard time getting back on their feet. Their stores were shut down or burned down, and so on and so forth. And they do think the government does try to give them some kind of compensation, but it's quite not it's not really enough. I do have certain friends who are adamant supporters of the red, and they still feel a deep sense of resentment and frustration about the fact that no justice has been brought to the other side of the conflict. So I think Thai people are moving on with their lives in a sense, but emotionally and psychologically, the crackdown and the May 2010 bloodshed, I think, had brought on a lot of sorrow to the people. And where the national poll that was conducted recently, almost 50% of Thai people still believe that the social division exists. We're not seeing an end to a conflict yet because really not much has been resolved. So what has happened before was literally demonstrations against the government. They're calling for a dissolution of the House, which didn't happen. New election didn't happen, and then there was a crackdown. People fled or were sent back home. It was That was no closure to that. No one left walking feeling that they have done a good job, that they have got the demands met. Nothing like that happened. So definitely, we should see future civil unrest.